Hey everyone, so I'm going to go ahead and do a quick energy check-in for Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine. Yesterday I did a reading for all three parties, but today I just want to look at Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine by themselves. Just take a look and see, what's going on in their connection. So, Spirit for Divine Masculines in a three-party situation. What can you tell me in terms of his Divine Feminine? In terms of his Divine Feminine, what can you tell me? Ooh. All right, all right, all right. Let me pull for Divine Feminine really quick. Spirit for Divine Feminine. In terms of her Divine Masculine in a three-party situation, what can you tell me? What can you tell me? Can you tell me about Divine Feminine, Spirit? In terms of her Divine Masculine in a three-party situation. Okay, too many turned over, but these were the first two, so I'm taking those. Okay, I'm going to take all of those. That's an extra one, but that's okay. All right, so number one, for Divine Masculine, we do have the Ten of Cups coming out, okay? So listen, in terms of Divine Feminine, he loves you. You are his Ten of Cups. You are the one that he wants to spend the rest of his life with. For those of you that are still young, me, I'm past my prime. I cannot have children. But for those of you who, still have plenty of time, this is him wanting, to have a family with you, have children with you, just have the love and happiness, that comes with being in a happy relationship. This is how he feels about you. Ten of Cups, okay? Now, we have strength coming out with the Eight of Pentacles, all right? So there's a few things, and followed by the Ten of Swords. So there's a few things. So number one, the Eight of Pentacles is about working really hard. It's about working hard at something. And as we've seen in the reading yesterday, he's working really hard at trying to, walk away from the karmic relationship with his money intact, okay? He's working really hard at that, and he's, really having to, but he's also working hard at ending the relationship, okay? Because Ten of Swords over here, right? And we see we've seen Ten of Swords come up yesterday, but that was for Divine Feminine. But he is working hard. It takes a lot of strength to be in a relationship that he does not want to be in, especially when his love, his happiness, his desires are elsewhere, okay? So it's taken a lot of courage and a lot of strength to work really hard at ending this relationship, and he's doing it. He's working hard at it because the end result is that he wants this 10 of cups. He wants to be with his divine feminine. He loves you, and he's, you know, he's being strong at working hard to end this relationship. He's being strong and, having to put a lot of courage to be in a relationship that he does not want to be with. But also, it takes a lot of courage and strength to, work hard at walking away with the money that he wants to walk away with. Okay. Again, if you saw my reading yesterday, it showed that divine masculine is wanting to walk away with his money, so he's working very hard at that, because at the end of the day, like I said, he wants to have the happy life with you, and I said that yesterday. Okay, so now let's go ahead and look. Now, if you saw my reading yesterday, we did see that divine feminine, she starts doubting a little bit, right? We know she loves her divine masculine. She wants to be with him. She, wants him to just put an end to the karmic relationship. In terms of divine feminine, she's like, she doesn't care about the money, she wants him. She wants to live her life with him. Whether that's with money or not, she wants to be able to just be with him. Okay, so the cards that we have here, we do have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune is, this is about, a karmic cycle ending and a brand new one beginning, right? And it's coming up next to the King of Cups. She's ready for she's ready for her King of Cups, who is her divine masculine, who she loves, her King of Cups. She's ready for him to start this new cycle with her. However, as I said yesterday, she goes back and forth because she feels as though he makes excuses sometimes trying to fight for this money. So we do have the Nine of Pentacles coming out, all right? So part of her, wants to start this new cycle with her divine masculine, okay? She knows in her heart that this is destiny, and she wants to be able to start that cycle. But, then there's that other part of her that just says, should I just be single? Should I just stay by myself, be single, and, live my life, live my best life according to me, So she's torn between a beginning with him and or just taking a beginning being single. So she's torn between that. Okay, she's we have these two cards here that are saying, she wants to start a new cycle with her divine masculine, her King of Cups. And then we have over here, the Fool, which is a new beginning, taking a risk, next to the Nine of Pentacles. Does she take a new beginning? Does she stick it out and wait for this destined connection with her divine masculine? Or does she take a new beginning just for herself? Okay, so this is, again, her going back and forth, okay? It's basically, she's trying to figure out what's going to make her the happiest, the Sun, okay? So I do feel as though she's still going back and forth, okay? She's still going back and forth. But at the end of the day, she's definitely going to do what is going to make her the happiest. And for everybody, that's going to be different, okay? Some of you will choose to stick this out and start this new cycle with your divine masculines, and others of you, I feel, will start this new beginning for yourself, Nine of Pentacles, okay? Because this is the single card, all right? So I think everybody's situation is different. It's basically, but what I do see is that divine feminines are starting new beginnings for themselves. They're taking risks for themselves. Whichever one of these is going to be the choice that's going to make them the happiest is the choice that they will take, okay? And again, for Some of you, it will be this choice, and for others of you, it will be this choice, okay? So you do have some choices, okay? But in the end, you're going to choose what's going to make you the happiest, the sun, okay? So that's basically, what the cards have to say about that. I feel as though some divine feminines are, getting a bit antsy. They're getting a bit antsy, and they just want to be happy. All right. So let's see. Let's pull a couple of oracle cards here. Let's pull some combining energies. Spirit combining energies for divine masculine and divine feminine. One more card, Spirit. One more card. All right, so we have spirit signs coming out. We have dominance. We have masculine waiting on you. And then we have happiness. And how funny, this card, is right here on the sun, and the sun is also about happiness, right? So spirit signs, this does have a feather on it. So some of you could be, I feel as though if some of you are, seeing feathers, all right, particularly white feathers, this is basically your ancestors, your spirit guides that are trying to encourage you to make your decision, whichever way that you decide to choose. This is just spirit trying to help you make the best choice for you, okay? The choice that's going to make you the happiest, okay? Happiness, the sun and happiness. Your spirit guides are with you, and they, are trying to speak to you. So do pay attention to that. Pay attention to the spirit signs. It doesn't necessarily have to be feathers, but feathers is a big one, okay? Feathers is a big one. But there could be other signs too, like I know that cardinals, if you see, a cardinal, that's usually spirit, giving you a sign. Cardinals, feathers. I tend to find a lot of jewelry all the time. Necklaces, earrings, rings. I find so much jewelry all the time. And then sometimes I'll find necklaces that actually have feathers on them, like the little charm will be a feather or something. And every time that I find these little jewelry things, I know that it's, my guides, that led me to, I have an arsenal. I have an arsenal of jewelries that I have found. They're not like all real, obviously. Some are silver, and some of them are, just costume jewelry, but that's not the point. The point is that I know that my spirit guides left it for me. So we do have dominance coming out. So as we seen in my video yesterday, the karmic is really dominating the divine masculine through his money. Okay, it's a big problem right now in three-party situations. Okay, if you are in a three-party situation, money is a big deal between the divine masculine and the karmic partner. And this is how she is. I mean, look at this woman who's, basically stepping on this man. This is how she's stepping on him. This is how she is controlling him. Okay, and it's a big problem right now in three-party situations. It's a big problem. Okay, but your divine masculine is waiting for you. Okay, he's waiting to be with you. He's waiting to get out of this situation, and he's waiting to be with you because he does love you. Okay, you are his happiness. You are his happiness, and he is your happiness. So even though some of you have some choices, I really do feel like in the end, most of you are going to, if you're on this journey, you understand that it's a tough journey. You go through a lot, but you also know that if you are a true twin, you don't really give up on your divine masculine. You just don't. You stick it out through the good times and the bad times, no matter what. So yeah, even though some of you do have the other choice to just be single, even if it's just to be single, a little bit for yourself right now, just to free your mind, and then when you feel like the timing is better for divine masculine, then you can come back. It's not saying that just because you decide to be single for right now does not mean that you have to be that way forever. Maybe it just means to take a break until the timing is right for your divine masculine, until he can come out of this dominant situation with the money. Okay, sometimes when you let it go for a little while, amazing things happen. That's when things actually start to move. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's happened to me many a times. Okay, so I can tell you that when you start concentrating on yourself, you start concentrating on your work, and you just start loving yourself and treating yourself well, and you start grounding yourself, because Pentacles is earthly. I mean, you can see this woman in the forest. It's very grounding. When you start concentrating on yourself, you start to ground. And when you start to ground and you're not so pepped up and anxious and worried, that's when the energy starts to flow. And so sometimes you kind of just need to let it go for a little while. Not forever, but just for a little while, to ground, to let the energy flow the way that it's supposed to. Okay? So anyways, I'm just going to pull... some future energies here. Just want to make sure these are the right cards. Let's just pull a couple of future energies here to close this out. When I did the reading yesterday, I realized when I watched back how loud it was, because this room is still fairly empty. The echo was so loud, so I'm trying not to talk as loud as I did yesterday. Future energies for divine masculine and divine feminine. Future energies. Okay, so the first card that we have, it's rocking it. These are a little hard to read, so let's see. It says rocking it. Being yourself, being confident, being loud and proud, hitting the right note, being harmonious. It does say concert and showing off. Maybe some of you may be going to a concert, and just having a good time with your friends. But this is about being yourself. And again, this is screaming to me. You need to, divine feminines kind of need to take some time for themselves. So again, being yourself, being loud and proud. Maybe going out with your friends, and maybe going to a concert, and just being in harmony with yourself. And that's what I was saying about this too. So that's just confirmation that some of you may be so anxious about your connection that maybe spirit is trying to give you some signs that don't give up on your connection, but you do need to take some time off for yourself to ground. Have some fun. Go out with your friends. Rock it for a little bit, okay? Let off, scream, with your friends and be happy, that'll help release some of that worriedness, that anxiousness, it'll help release that and just bring in some good energy for you, okay? So I do feel like spirit really wants some of you divine feminines to ground, go have some fun and be happy, okay? And then we have friendship. It says, true friends, solid friendship, authentic, would do anything for you, always there for you, no matter what. Okay, so I really, I really am feeling very strongly with these two cards here. Spirit is really saying that, even for some of the divine masculines, they just kind of need to, because there's so much hostility with the karmic right now, it's like spirit is trying to say that both divine masculine and divine feminine, they really need to, spend some time with friends, spend time with friends, people who've always been there for them, go have some fun, and just kind of, show off a little bit and, let off some steam. These were really supposed to be future energies, and those are not really speaking like in terms of love. But I just feel like, in future energies can mean tomorrow. Future does not have to be future. It can just be tomorrow or the next day or within the week. I just feel like spirit is wanting both divine masculine and divine feminine to just ground and to kind of let the anxieties go for right now. I don't know. I feel that very, very strongly coming out, and I feel as if you two can do that, then I feel like, this Wheel of Fortune is going to bring in the fortune that you need. I just feel like, there's just too much hostility right now between the karmic and the divine masculine that is causing a lot of stress, a lot of worry, and a lot of anxiety. So they're both needing to let off some steam and spend some time with friends. Let me pull, hold on. I want to pull a better card for future energies though. Let's see. I'm going to use this deck. I'm going to pull, since I have a little more time, I'm going to pull from this deck one future energy for the connection, because I feel like these were more for singling both of you out. I want to know a future energy for the connection. So let's see, spirit, for the connection, future energy for the connection. The holidays are coming too, so that could very well be, what the friendship is, spending time with people you love and people that you trust, and going out and being loud and proud, that happens around the holidays. So I feel like that, spirit was just saying that, here coming up, both divine masculine and divine feminine are going to be able to have the opportunity to let off some of the steam, of what's going on. So future energy for the connection itself. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. All right, guys. There you go. That's what we're looking for. So future energies, we do have marriage. You are attracting emotional fulfillment and unconditional love. So listen, ground, go have fun, release some of this energy, this toxic energy that is in three-party situations right now. Let it go for right now. Have fun with the holidays, okay? I'm telling you, when you start letting that go, the energy starts to flow the way that it is supposed to. And look, you start grounding, you start concentrating on you a little bit, have fun with your family and your friends, and then guess what? The energy will start flowing. And then we have marriage. You are attracting emotional fulfillment and unconditional love. I'm telling you, the energy will start to flow the way that it's supposed to. When it's all pepped up, it's not flowing, right? It's not flowing. It's just there. It's just there. It's just stuck. The energy's just stuck. So you have to start letting it flow. All right. And when you do that, guess what, guys? You're going to start attracting the love. And some of you will be getting married, okay? Some of you will be getting married, which, we started out with this card and I said that, your divine masculine wants to be with you and, start a family with you. Man, I felt it here. And so we started out with that and now we're ending with this. Some of you guys will be getting married once they're able to get this karmic out of the way. Things are going to start flowing perfectly and, you're going to have happiness. I mean, we have happiness and we have the Sun card coming out. So there's happiness and abundance to be had, all right? So just take advantage of the holidays and, let off the steam. And I do apologize. I do tend to repeat myself a lot. Bear with me. Some of those of you who've been with me a long time, you know that about me already. But, and for those of you who may be new, I do tend to say the same things over and over again. But I just really, like to emphasize, what it is that I'm saying, what I'm talking about. I want you to understand it and sink it in and do the work. The advice that I'm giving you, do take the advice because it will help. Okay, it will help your connection. All right. So anyways, guys, that's what I have for you today. If anybody's interested in a personal reading, the information is always in the description box. I love you all and we'll be talking to you soon. Bye bye.